What's going on, guys? We are here live in effect. I got this bright orange outfit on to gain your attention. Woo, I got you. All right, let's do this. Let's talk about sleep. Let's talk about how we can hack the sleep, how we can get better sleep. This is going to be nice and quick and short and to the point. First, we're going to talk about breathing. We're talking about your vitamin and your tryptophan serotonin release. We really have to figure those steps out so we can get better sleep. Calming down methods, figuring out what is wrong with your nerve transmissions, your neurotransmitter, and your synthesis of your body. Finding out if you have the correct nutrients in your body, if you're having alcohol before you sleep, or caffeine later in the day. We have to see how sensitive you are to these products. Okay, so there's a lot of coenzymes that affect with that, guys. We want to keep the screen time limited before you go to sleep as well. This is key because we're going into effect of GABA. GABA is a receptor that's an agonist in the body that helps to sedate our body and give us better rest. Okay, so types of things we can add to our system, guys. I hope you have a pen. You can write this down. Let's talk about getting things such as hot baths, activities you can do right before you sleep. Let's talk about massages you can do. Let's talk about getting out the anger, getting out the journaling right before you go to sleep. You have to write it out. What's on your mind? Why is it rotating through your mind? You might need to write down for like 7 minutes everything that's on your mind, your journals, your gratitude steps, what you could have done better in that day. Then you can go through a step in that scenario. So sleep and stress management is America's #1 health problem besides obesity, all those issues with stress and sleep disorders. Okay, so what we're doing here is thinking about why we're stressed, what makes our life stressed, and what changes we can go to help with that. So again, the communication methods, okay? Are you holding in all these areas of problem root causes? Are you talking to your family, friends, work colleagues? Are you expressing your thoughts and worries throughout the day, every day? Or are you just holding everything in? If you're an introverted person, most likely you're holding a lot of things in. If you're extroverted, it might be you just need a physical calming down, okay? So that's soothing Epsom salt baths, meditation, yoga, chiropractic work. If you're in pain, this has to do with, different soaking techniques with cold. You can do baths. You can do ice training, the Wim Hof technique. You can also go into the cryo chambers and even go to many studios around the world that have those float tank therapies is a magnesium salt solution that you can sit down and get things done that way. Seek a professional help. Seek a life coach, someone that can diagram your life, figure things out, look at it introspectively as well, and then they can communicate and help you leave areas of your life that are crazy. Okay, so let's go back to blue lights and different contacts you can wear and technology such as shades that have certain lenses that help with certain lights that we're downloading into our brain. All right. Let's get back into the holistic side. What is your nutrition like? Are you eating lots of complex sugars before you go to bed? Are you having high-fat diet? What kind of diet are you? Are you in a balanced program? Or are you eating processed? Are you going to the drive-thru or are you preparing? Okay, and the time management comes in huge here. How are you managing your time? How are you managing your effective time? Are you giving yourself 2 hours to wind down? Are you pursuing your interests? Are you doing your hobbies? Are you setting a time, relaxing time? Are you doing something pleasurable before bed? Are you just winding down with shows and stimulation and action movies and horror movies and then expecting to get a perfect sleep and getting into that REM or that deep sleep? Okay. Breathing and effective training will slow down. Learning Vipassana breathing, learning the 4-count breathing, learning calming breathing, holding in, breathing out for 10 counts, and doing different inhaling through one nose, out the other, making sure that circulation, that brain, the body is producing GABA. GABA is the soothing, anti-anxiety, natural drug that we are taking that contains GABA a lot of times. Okay? So let's keep on going down to things. Are you drinking before bed? That one will help you definitely wake up in the middle of the night and have to go to the bathroom, break your sleep cycle. Some technology we can use is the Fitbit, the new Fitbit Plus. You can add that and test in your ability to score and be accountable for your sleep. How are you sleeping throughout the night? We can work out some genetic issues. We can work out some long-term trauma issues. We can really help with, is coffee the right idea for you? How many cups of coffee have you had? Are you making too many decisions per day? Are you saying yes to things that you don't want to do? Or are you practicing no, the power of no? Because that will alleviate some of this pressure that's pressuring in your brain and pressuring on the next part of the day. Okay, and how are we divisioning our labor? Because I'm sitting down right now. Usually I'm standing up doing things in the middle of the day or beginning of the day. I start out with rituals. That I'm doing active jump roping and kickboxing and samurai training, whatever I'm doing for the day. And I'm joking, I'm laughing around, I'm trying to get those dopamine, those chemicals, those serotonins that are flying around the brain, and doing that regularly. Consistency, guys, that is the gold plate. That is the knowing thyself. Dealing with stress. Okay, so it comes down to a systematic level. You can check the vitamins you have in our body. Are we stress depleted? Do we have not enough stuff we're doing? Are we just feeling empty inside? Are we stressed hot? Where are we at? If a spectrum was red at the very top, you're stressing hot, and then low, you have anti-stress being orange or light blue. Which one do you fall under? Which one do you believe that you are under right now? Because if you don't have enough stress, it's eustress and distress. If you don't have that going together, we will have issues with our life purpose. What are we doing? What kind of impact? What do we have a job? Are we just we can't just have no stress, because that repels the other way. So you want to have good stress. Getting on stage, I'm speaking, I'm doing a Toastmaster, I'm doing a comedy show, I'm doing a Spartan race, whatever you're doing, okay? So sleep studies. Get a professional sleep studier, researcher that can study your sleep deprivation and study your lack of sleep, and also help reduce anxiety, give you tips on that spectrum, and study who you are. Are you what type of personality are you? Do the Myers-Briggs test. I just took one the other day. It's called the personality. Gives you your personality factors. And go on personalityfactors.net, get a free report to find out what kind of personality you have. And it basically shows if you're open, you're conscientious, you're neurotic, you're agreeable, you're extroversion sensitive. So there you can kind of get down to some nitty-gritty study techniques. You need to have the formulas to do the math equation to figure out why you are like that. Okay, back to the main purpose of this, guys, is we're going to go to the amino acids. Are you having enough glycan? That's a huge area to find out if you are sleeping remotely. And you can just diagnose that and then add glycan into your diet, which is an amino acid, a protein receptor that's going to help you relieve this area. If you don't have it through your nutrition, through your sleep cycles, through your stress, you have depleted it. I remember when I was stressed, depressed, then I didn't have all that glycan. I wasn't sleeping right. I would wake up in the middle of the night. I was writing things. I was too nervous about certain things coming up in my life purpose, things of that nature. And it helps relieve that daytime sleepiness, that crash. So meditation, boom, right? That's a problem solver. You can add a red light. I don't recommend this, but if you are good at timing red lights, you can literally get into a deep breathing session and really recover some of that sleepiness. L-taurine. This is another GABA receptor agonist, and it helps with getting more GABA into the brain, which is sometimes soothing and enhances sleep quality, more REM cycle. Vitamin B5. B vitamins are involved in nerve transmission. This is what gives us proper nerve functions, guys. This is part of our system, our lymphatic system, our neuron syntax. Help solve the equation of sleep. Definitely steering away from fake artificial ingredients such as ammonium, sulfides, and things you can't pronounce in your shampoo bottles, and different makeup labels you're putting on. Go to Whole Foods, go to a natural store, go to Trader Joe's, go to these places and try to get the organic ingredients, because Cleopatra did it. Many queens in the past, many kings in the past had natural anti-aging infusions they added to their life. Awesome, good stuff. Let's keep on rolling on. Having a calm day, going out and getting sunlight adds to that vitamin D synthesis. And some of the people who are involved in this, and they are in the emotional query, is they have difficulty concentrating. They have difficulty calming down the brain. This works with transcendental meditation, where you pick a word and you can say it over and over that has no meaning, that can help the restless mind just zone out. Okay, if you're waking up frequently during the night and you have difficulty returning to sleep, we could start going to like visualizations, what you want the next day to look like, what you want in your dream life, what do you want if you can fail life, going into altered memories and judgments about yourself. Just keep on working on your self-talk, the inner game inside. That really helps. Really helping with, different teas and working with Tivana. If you have a Tivana local, you can find some Chamonix. A lot of these ancient properties have natural ingredients without the symptoms. So that's another where dealing with your emotional areas of your life and not just burying them deep. Those cause pain also. So you have to deal with these emotional issues in some healthy format. There's many areas that we can work into that, counseling and medicinal, sacred medicines. You can do all that stuff. And again, like if your partner snores or you have other issues there's alternatives to getting earplugs and different natural soothing sounds and different things like Headspace has meditation music and things of that nature. Do not just go to the sleep pills, because that is a false sleep. That's not deep REM. That's just dosing your brain and creating more issues along with your natural process. Because when you run out of medicine, what are you going to do? And it's gonna mess with your melatonin levels and your neurotransmitters, your alpha brain waves, and you'll need to be back to a serotonin level. Okay. So you want to be feeling refreshed. If you're not feeling refreshed, there might be areas that you need to work into later. And I would recommend sometimes cold, hot showers before you go to bed, because that's going to help cool down the nerves and also soothe muscles. So definitely try that. It takes a little getting used to. So we'll need to work in and out of that protocol. And then definitely analyzing, having a coach that can kind of analyze what your sleep cycle's like, what time you should go to bed, what time you should wake up. If you're a morning, night person, these things come into effect. So definitely understanding that. Well, that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got what you needed, and we'll go from there. Keep on tuning in and get the book Gnarly for Namaste. Peace and love.